Hello there, Rosanna here, founder of InJoy Yoga and Rosy Glow, with a special invitation for you to come along and try our abdominal and core strengthening workshop, which is really for any of you who know you could do with a stronger core, a stronger pelvic floor, and a greater sense of deep joy that emanates from within and then attracts to you more experiences of joy. That's how it works, okay? When we have postural issues or we have a weak pelvic floor and we find that our abdominal muscles are not where we want them to be, this really affects our sense of self-worth and also deserving good things in life. Now, if you have a yoga practice already and you know you need more strength in your plank or you need more strength to be able to do inversions and stay there, this workshop is perfect for you, just as it's perfect for anybody who tends to suffer with pain in the lower back or with stress incontinence, piles, anything that's going on where the body is pushing down and we don't have the strength to pull back up. From my experience, the core isn't just your abdominal muscles and it isn't just your back muscles. And in fact, if you just work those muscles, you end up with less flexibility and you end up creating a curve in your spine because you overtone one area without building the elasticity in the other areas that will work together to massage your organs from the inside out and therefore also promote detoxification and the uptake of nutrients and vitamins and all the good things from what you consume. I found that actually by working from the feet up, you develop the strength in the inner legs to then tone the pelvic floor so that when you're standing, you have the experience of optimal alignment, your optimal blueprint. And that allows you to have access to more energy, more joy, more vibrant health and well-being. So it's really worth coming along to, and it's not just for advanced practitioners. If you've just had a baby and you're desperate to get your body back, then please remember that doing our postnatal realignment workshop is the first port of call. It's definitely worth doing whatever else you do, because what it's going to do is it's going to realign your bones and then you can strengthen your core from the realigned bones. Whereas if you don't realign the bones in your body and you're trying to strengthen your core, you'll still end up with a pouch sticking out and potentially a sway back, which will contribute to problems, and you never actually close your rib cage up either. So it doesn't matter how you gave birth, and it actually doesn't matter how long ago you gave birth. If you've ever given birth, you want to come along to our postnatal realignment workshop. If though this comes up first, then do come along, because you will learn the principles of pulling in and up from the inside. And this is something that as we develop in our years of wisdom, we need to focus more on. I see in my yoga classes not enough awareness of what the pelvic floor actually is and what it does, how it serves us, and how it relates to our flexibility, our hip flexor muscles. Because if you do just overtone your abs, for example, you very easily end up shortening and then creating a round back. So I really see two things happen. One is that people push their hips forward and then round their backs, or they stand like so with their hips forward and as a result create a sway back. So we really want to address all of that, and that is what we do in this workshop. It used to be called the Abs Supertone Workshop, and I have had clients say that they dropped 2 waist sizes, 2 dress sizes, just from all of the cinching in that we do very gently with the breath. And we build up the postures, so it really is accessible for everybody. If you can get up and down off the floor, and if you have a desire to feel stronger in your body, to build that elasticity so that as the years pass, you don't have gravity making you crumple, but you actually find yourself defying gravity, then this is the workshop for you. As is for anyone who's already had a baby and knows they could actually do with strengthening, if you're reaching your menopause, all you guys that are doing strong work where you're pushing weights, and the women too, if you don't actually work with your pelvic floor, you can end up with hernias, you can end up with piles, you can end up with all sorts of problems in your lower body. So this is teaching you how to be able to handle more weight in such a way that it actually strengthens you and leaves you winning rather than losing in the long term. To find out more, please check out the websites, and I'll look forward to spending a few hours with you sharing my joy, because working with the core also means working with the lower chakras, and when you work with the lower chakras, you develop a greater sense of self-confidence, a greater sense of stability, of feeling safe in your body, and self-worth, and really knowing that when you show up differently in the world seems different to you. So this is how you access your inner joy, by creating that inner strength. Looking forward to seeing you there. Namaste.